wastewater every day. 4 conduction lines, up to 30 meters deep in the ground, connect 23 towns in the Dan region and around. 9 pump stations and dozens of checkpoints oversee the wastewater flow during 3 to 7 hours until it reaches the Shafdan purification plant. When the wastewater reaches the Shafdan, the coarse waste is filtered out of it. Pieces of fabric, wooden parts, plastics, metals, and more. Huge combs called bar screens remove some 40 tons of waste every day to authorized landfills. The filtered wastewater continues onward to settle in velocity reduction canals, called grit chambers. Here, the sand and grit will settle at the bottom of the canal, while the oils in the wastewater float. An overhead pump will skim off the oils for further treatment at Lipodan, and a movable pump at the bottom of the canal removes the sand into a dumpster. The wastewater continues for treatment in the bioreactors. Not all germs are born bad. Some happen to be very beneficial. Millions of microorganisms digest the organic material for 17 hours in huge containers, measuring 55,000 cubic meters each. In order to optimize the efficiency of the microorganisms, the wastewater is oxygenized by surface aerators that supplies air. By the end of the process, the microorganisms gain a lot of weight and stick to each other. The wastewater with the microorganisms flows over to 12 settling basins, whose volume is 7,500 cubic meters each. Here, it will take the microorganisms 5 hours to settle at the bottom. This is the sludge. Now, the water at the upper part of each basin is almost pure and is called clear effluent. About 70% of the sludge is pumped by screw pumps to be used again in the reactors, and the rest is ejaculated outside the Shafdan as organic, environmentally friendly material. The treated effluent is transferred to the recharge fields of Mekorot, where it will infiltrate through 30 meters of sand for final filtration. Then it will be stored in 6 huge underground reservoirs, spread between Rishon LeZion and Ashdod. After a year in the underground, the water will be pumped and transferred to agriculture in the Negev. The circle is completed. The water has returned to nature. Eventually, the water will be pumped and will supply 70% of the irrigation water in the Negev.